Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Lord of the Rings Online. We are here in Mitchell Delving just because it was like the first place on here that wasn't Bree, because I know Bree is like really laggy, so I kind of wanted to stay away from there for a little while. But yeah, I just thought I'd just come here because it's a nice little area and a lot less laggy than Bree. So we have a few things to do today. However, today is probably going to end up still being a short episode because of the way we're going to do them. But before we start talking about that, let's go and get our Hobbit gift of the day. What is it? 3 scrolls of max morale and power. And I also just realized it's probably a good idea to go in here quickly. Just because in case there's something we want to get from the auction hall, plus again it's a bit less laggy. But today we want to be doing some leveling. That is the priority, and the reason we're doing that as priority is because obviously, as we saw, we have Epic Volume 1, Book 8, Mordorith's Fall, and it is a level 50, so one level below us, but it is a small fellowship quest. So, although we get inspiration, by the time we get to Mordorith, that's really, kind of negated almost because of the amount of dread we're getting. So what we need is a decent, way of getting hope, which we do actually have. We used our +1 hope, but considering we're getting 9 dread, that puts us to 8, and that really doesn't make a difference then. Also, this gives us not a lot better than the Token of the Hornbug, because, we get extra XP, but basically we are going to, even though we get inspiration, being only 1 level above it isn't really that good. So the plan for today is to get even further in that. So this is going to take forever because I want to get to level 54 or level 55. So that's 3 or 4 levels above. The reason I want to get to level 54 minimum is because if I get to there, I can get a new set of armor. I know we just upgraded our armor just like last episode, but it's obviously not done a good trick for the moment. So the next tier we can get for medium armor on the tailor I have is level 54. I do have to get the recipes I do have to get the recipes for them, but that is the next level we can get. And at level 55, I feel like that's just a nice number to work with. And we're going to be doing the same thing we did last time, which was just Tuckborough. And the reason we're doing Tuckborough is because Walk Pens is at level 65. And even then, that's going to be a bit of an issue. I might have to bring on my second account, level up my second account, and get him to go on a different computer and sort of help out when we get to Walk Pens, because playing solo on Walk Pens is an easy way to die. So yeah, I still die on my main doing that because they down me, and then doing that means I have 4 enemies attacking me, and then you just die super easily no matter what you do. So yeah, that's the issue there. But before we actually get onto that, I was looking for my vault at the beginning of this episode, and I noticed we have 50 Supreme Weaponsmith scroll cases, and also Scholar, we are not at Supreme yet, so we can't do that, but we are at Supreme on Weaponsmith, because obviously we had to get there to get the level 51 weapons. So obviously it's going to be the same as the Tailor. There are going to be level 54 weapons, and I think, with 50 of these, we should quite easily have the ability to get those. So I'm just going to sort of do this and use it as quickly as I can, and you can see obviously we're getting so much stuff. And the good thing as well is we can sell I think you actually get better money when we get to 1 of these, or I could just I don't know, it's not going to show me how much 1 costs, but I think you get more. 5 is 770, and each of these are 240, so, or even stuff like that. That's also a lot more expensive. No, sorry, the recipes are super expensive, 688, sorry. So we're actually getting more money from using the recipes and then selling them, rather than just, holding on to them. So I think that's okay. And that's actually in our overflow inventory, but I think that's all right. So I'm going to try using all these quickly, and we are going to have some single-use recipes. We have all the ones that are stacking are single-use recipes that we've got multiple of, and all the ones that are just in red are the ones we already know that we aren't single-use, because the single-use ones stack. This is Thane's Sword of Combat. That's a level 58 weapon. Does 74 to 124 damage, and ours does 57 to 95, and it's also a different type of damage. That's Beleriand, and this is Westernus. But yeah, eventually we're going to get to points where pretty much we've got all the recipes, because some of these are obviously multiples. So it shouldn't take too long to get through this in the end. I just kind of wish there was someone I could sell this stuff to in this place here, but, you know, we have quite a lot here. I'm going to sell the single-use ones because there's a small chance I will use them anyway. And, whoa, there's a lot there. But, like, there's the level 58 weapons. All the 58 ones are the single-use ones, but at the same time, I'm probably just going to move on quickly soon after that. But going back and clearing everything out, here's the level 54 stuff. 54 sword, let's see it critted in comparison to our 66 to 110 ancient dwarf make damage. So, and it also gives us some fate, which is good, because fate, I think, if I remember correctly, gives you in combat morale and power regen, which is actually good. So I'm going to go quickly sell this stuff, and we can get on to doing the leveling of today's episode, which I'm going to possibly try and edit in a different way. I've got a plan for the way I want to edit it. We'll have to see though, otherwise it'll just be sped up and you'll see that. So yeah, I'm going to go get ready, make sure I've got everything I need. Shouldn't be too difficult. And I'm going to spend a lot of time doing this leveling stuff, because it took us ages to get from level 50 to 51, and that's one level. And this time we are doing 4 levels, so it's going to be like 4 times the amount of time. And this person's talking about Mordorith, which makes me even more upset now. God damn it. Okay, and there we go. We have now done 3 levels up. I'm just going to go to 54 for the moment. As I said, 54 is the minimum I want to go to, and 55 was if I wanted to push it. But for now, I think 54 should be okay, hopefully. That gives me the ability to make the new weapons, and new armor, and also new jewelry, and hopefully that'll help us out and everything. Though I'm not necessarily sure that just being 4 levels above is going to fix the issue we're having with that quest, because it is a small fellowship one, so I might need to do some other stuff as well in the meantime. But hopefully we'll try a little while later when we get everything together. It might take a while to get the armor and the weapons and the jewelry sorted out though, potentially, but we'll have to see. But I do think with the jewelry at least, this stuff didn't have, like, you can't choose between the different versions. Like, you I don't know if you get it on Weaponsmith, potentially. Well, I guess kind of here you have the multiple options for this stuff, multiple output recipe. So I think the level 54 jewelry has multiple outputs, whereas this didn't. So we might be able to get one more geared to vitality and also to agility, which might help us out with the damage. I definitely need to get a new bow, because this is definitely like my lowest thing at the moment, because I upgraded both of these to 51, all that to 51, all that to 51, but this stayed behind at whatever level it was, so I need to definitely fix that. Other than that, I have a new skirmish available apparently, which is... I don't know, because I had the trouble in Tuckborough ticked, but yeah, I guess we have something new to deal with. I don't know what I just undid skirmishes. I've got, you know, something new to do, which is interesting. I'll have a look at what that is. I also did like so many advanced ones of these. In fact, I think I did 6 in total. That goes a lot of skirmish points or marks. In total, we have 5,413 at the moment. That is, and 368 of these. I don't know if I showed at the beginning how many I had, but if I did, you can obviously do the math. But I definitely made a lot more marks than I made at that point, because I've made at least that much, because, or at least 5,400, because I went and I upgraded my, I don't know if I can actually show it here. I might be able, yeah, I can show it here. I upgraded my herbalist to give the herbalist some more, you know, extra stuff here and here, just so that it, you know, could give me more health and such. So I used pretty much all the marks, like 3,000 marks I had then, and then got down to like 13. So I definitely made however many I made that time, and or from the beginning, and 5,400 extra. But other than that, we are at 59 of these. So I'm gonna go sell the stuff I have in my inventory, which is a very good point, because I have a lot in my inventory that we can deal with. A lot of I can't use, unfortunately, which we'll go into in a second. So let's just quickly go over to the boa.
What can I do?
I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce that. But if we go into my inventory, we have quite a lot of these runes. I don't know if I get these guys from... Because I got one exactly the same time I did a advanced thing, so I didn't know if you got them from the advanced. It doesn't matter. Either way, we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 technically of these. So we've got 3 of these now. Quite a few 6 fused bronze relics, which is nice. 5 of these, which is technically 50k item experience. But obviously we are not, well, we minimum level 50, but we also need Seeker of Deep Places, so we need to go to Moria first before that. Found a Elf Steel loot box apparently quite early, and we also got quite a lot of these, so this is worth 1.7 gold, and this is worth 3.15, so we can definitely make quite a bit of money out of those. I'm going to keep these for the moment, however, though, because when we get to Moria, we're going to have a lot of stuff to deconstruct, which will be pretty good, and hopefully we won't have to worry about money, because, you know, we're making quite a bit of money here. So, yeah, I think other than just going into our traits, because we should have 3 or 2 points. Oh, no, I thought I still had the 51 point that I didn't use, but I had apparently used it, so we only have this 1 point from getting to level 53 to go. Let's have a look at what we can do. Still need to upgrade these, that's the thing. And I guess for the moment we'll just go with that. And again, I will possibly respec in the future when I get a few more points and I can kind of work out more generally what I want. But that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I might get enough turbine points to buy all these in the future. 7 of these. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.